Hello friends, welcome to Mindfulness Yoga with Yogi Jenny. I'm Yogi Jenny, and today I will be guiding us through a Yin Yoga practice. So in Yin Yoga, what to expect, we'll do a little bit of warm-ups first, just kind of waking up our body. And then most of our asanas or poses or postures are going to be grounded on the ground. And we will hold them for about 3 to 5 minutes to allow our body to settle in to the pose and let go of any extra tension you might be having. As always, listen to your body. Yoga should never hurt. You're always welcome to go back to something like child's pose. And I will be using props today. So I've actually stacked my mats, and I have a blanket, and I have a long bolster. So if you don't have a bolster, you can use pillows from your couch. You can use pillows from your bedroom. This is my little yoga assistant, George. He is obviously excited about the bird sounds. He may join us. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Right, so coming to a seat on the ground, with or without your furry pets, if you have any. We're going to start here in Savasana, just an easy seated pose, sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. Your hands can be either palm down or palm up. Palm up is a little bit more of a receiving phase, and palms down are a little bit about checking in with your own inner resources or your Atman or the higher self that is in you and in everybody and in all things. So if it's comfortable for you, feel free to close your eyes. Find a little bit of stillness. Notice the sounds in the video. Become aware of the sounds in your own environment. Become aware of the felt sensation of your body sitting on the mat. Become aware and notice any smells in your area. And perhaps you might hear some things that are outside of your space. Just observing, noticing. And then relax your eyes, let them be soft in your sockets. Bringing our palms together, we're going to rub them together for a good 30 seconds or so, charging up a little heat. Keep on taking some breaths here. And then we're going to cup our eyes, just adding a little heat, being tender with them, as well as checking in with our own inner vision. Great album by Stevie Wonder. If you haven't read it, listen to it. Highly recommend it. Begin noticing the rise and fall of your body as you breathe in and out. And notice any tastes you might have, like literal ones in your mouth, or perhaps some metaphorical tastes or preferences. Slowly releasing your hands, feel free to flutter your eyes open. I'm just going to roll the shoulders a little bit before we sink down into our first Yin posture. Feel free to do a little backstroke here. And we're going to start off in child's pose, so you have some options. So, if you would like to, have your knees bent, bringing your head to the ground, and then your palms at either side. So that is one option. Otherwise, another option for extended child's pose, knees are wide on the edge of the mat, toes are touching, so you're kind of making a triangle here. And in this one, you're going to stretch your arms out above you, bringing your head to the ground or a block. So if you don't have any bolsters or pillows, you can stay here. Since I've got one, I'm going to invite it into the asana. Slowly lowering body onto it. Few options for arms. Maybe you want them at the side. Or perhaps stacking your wrists on top so you have somewhere to rest your forehead. Take a minute, find some stillness here. Begin taking some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let go of any tension or holding sensation. We'll stay here for about 3 to 4 minutes. You're ready, no big rush. Wiggle your hands and toes. Slowly coming back up to a seated position. We're going to sit back on our heels here for a little bit. Feel free to tuck the toes and stretch them out. And then bringing our palms together at our heart center. Sitting up nice and tall, starting at our wrist. Imagine there's a line through your spine, gently lifting and lengthening. Breathe into each vertebra. each disc. If you like, you can relax your head, bringing your chin down towards your chest and heart, opening up and lengthening our cervical spine, the back of our head, our neck, getting over our shoulders. If you're ready, inhaling back up. Feel free to move your bolster or pillow in front. And coming to a seat, you have a few options here. If you like, you can have your feet right out in front. Bolster can be like this, or you can even bring the bolster onto your lap. I might put mine up on my thighs here. Then with fingertips touching, flip the palms, inhaling up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, rain it down for a seated forward fold. You can rest your head on your stacked wrist, or if you like, you can kind of hug the pillow, bringing your head to it. I'm going to go for this. Again, we'll hold this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Breathe into your lower back. Your feet can be active here. When you're ready, taking your time, coming back up to a seated position. Set this to the side for a moment. So a few options here for Dragonfly Pose. Bringing your legs out as wide as is comfortable for you. So if this isn't comfortable, you can always bring them in a little bit closer. Or if it feels good, you can keep them here. Another option, if you'd like to include a little bit more of a hip opener for Butterfly Pose, grasping, putting our hands, stacking them onto our toes, and then leaning forward. So I'm going to go for Dragonfly Pose here. You have an option to bring in a bolster or pillow once again, fingertips touching, inhaling up, keep track of the time, exhaling down. You want, you can use this bolster, you can also use blocks to help. This just helps lift up the earth to us. Your legs and feet might want to turn inward. So be mindful of keeping them up and centered. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. Breathe into your lower back, relax your head towards the ground. Notice the rise and fall of your abdomen when you inhale and exhale. Another option, if you want to move the bolster down closer to you, and then kind of hugging it, bringing your head onto those stacked wrists. you're ready, slowly, gently, maybe taking a big sigh, coming back up, and then move the bolster out of the way. We're going to make our way into Pigeon Pose or Deer Pose. So both are hip openers. For Deer Pose, your legs are going to kind of be at right angles. And with I've got my, bringing my right knee across the mat, and then the back leg is like so. So there's an opening here. And then you can start off with your spine and heart and head lifted. If you'd like to, you can fall into recline deer pose, perhaps bringing in the bolster or pillow or a stack of blankets again. So if you prefer to stay here, be mindful, especially of sensations that might come up. For Pigeon Pose, little different. I'm going to bring the right knee closer to the edge of the right side of the mat. And then my knee is bended a little bit more. Grounding down through hands, going to shift weight forward and then ease on back, scooting back that back leg. So it's up to you if you want to have your toes tucked, or usually we have them flat. And starting off here, again, lifting, lengthening, rolling those shoulders back, sinking into the pose. For reclined pigeon or swan, I'm going to bring it on down. Feel free to use that bolster again. So you can have it horizontal, or if you want, you can have it vertical. And then your arms can come on other side, and then resting one side of your head here. Breathing into the right hip and thigh, and glutes. Just observe as a neutral observer, whatever sensations may arise. Notice your thought patterns. Continually bringing your attention back to the present, using the gift of prana or our breath. Here he goes. Sorry. You're ready again, taking time, slowly coming back up. I like to tuck toes, shift weight back. And then this time, opposite leg. Now I'm bringing my left leg in front. So if you want to do deer pose instead of sitting swan or pigeon, both of your legs are at right angles, and then we can lean forward on a bolster. Or if you'd like to do pigeon, planting the hands, scooting back that right leg, and then shifting our hips slowly back. You may notice one side feels different than the other. And then bringing our head and hands to rest on the bolster. Take a few deep breaths here. We'll hold this for about 3 or 4 minutes to help balance out the other side of our body. When you're ready, slowly begin wiggling the hands, the toes. Planting the hands, tucking the right toes, coming back in. We are going to meet on our back. I'm going to bring the bolster here, have it under my knee. Take a minute, there's always that hair adjust here. So options for hands, they can just rest at your side, palms up, palms down. Or maybe you want to check in, placing your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Be mindful of the breath. You're ready, so you have options to keep your feet on to the pillow or bolster. We're going to do a gentle twist, letting both knees fall over to the left as we gaze over the right shoulder. You have the option here to bring your arms out into a T, or like a cactus, or even above you, your version. If you don't want the bolster, you can just move it to the side. ready, begin wiggling the hands. Inhaling, bringing the knees back to center. Just letting them fall over to the other side. Your glutes can come up off the mat, that's fine. And then options for hands and arms, maybe bringing them out into a T or just having them near your side. Maybe you want cactus arms or just at an angle. As we gaze over the left shoulder and our knees are over towards the right. Be here for about 3 minutes. Notice if you're holding any tension in your body. Having an extra blanket sometimes is nice. So you put on you in case you get cold. When you're ready, wiggle those hands, fingers, toes. The options here. I'm gonna remove my blanket so I can use it. It's a little chilly where I am. So getting ready for Savasana, corpse pose. If you'd like some extra support, you can put it under your knees. Or maybe you'd like a bit of a heart opener. You can put it vertically. And then leaning back on it, may take a minute to get it right where you want it. So if you like, you can be in butterfly pose here, or even maybe have your legs crossed. Or an assisted fish pose. Or your legs can be out straight, or place another blanket under them. Or maybe it feels good to have it like so. I'm gonna get this blanket on. Easing back, exploring what experience suits you in this moment. Give yourself a chance to make any adjustments to clothes or hair or position. Let your heart center be open, trusting. Bringing your awareness to your feet, your calves and shins, and relaxing both your knees and your thighs. Let go just a little bit more in your hips and glutes, your pelvis. Relaxing the belly, the small of the back, the center of your abdomen, thoracic center spine, your heart, your chest. Relax your upper back and your shoulders. Wrap them down towards the earth. Trust that the earth is going to support you. Relaxing both the right and left arm. Bringing that gentle peering awareness up your arms to your throat and your neck. Maybe unclench your jaw. Let all the muscles in your face and eyes be soft. Relax your temples, forehead. Relax the back of your head. Finally, relax the top of your head. Let your awareness travel throughout your body for any shifts that may have happened or shifts that are happening or anywhere else you might need to let go of something. We'll stay here for a few minutes in silence before we end our practice today. You're ready to begin wiggling the toes, the fingers. Maybe take a big sigh. Or gently coming back up into a seated position. Closing eyes one last time if that's comfortable for you. Palms up, palms down. Palms together. Explore the experience we had. Notice any emotions that may have come up on the mat. Let those emotions and your thoughts just float on down a river. As they return, gently guide your awareness back to the present moment. Dropping our chin towards our chest. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin practice today. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad we got to share this today. Take care, everybody. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.